So, for all of those entrepreneurs out there, you know who you are. Or for those of you that have been in corporate and now you want to start your own business, considered entrepreneurs as well. Professionals, for example, doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, anyone that has an expertise or experiences from which others can benefit and learn to make their business better, their hobbies better, their life better, their health better, their legal situation better, their financials better, whatever it is, including parenting, on and on and on and on. How to weld, anyone that has experiences and expertise in whether it's a hobby or something different, this is for you. And what we're finding, and we have for a long time, but it's just kind of exploded now. And what is the best way to get visible out there? What's the best way for people to know how to do something? All these programs now, this technology, certainly AI, artificial intelligence. How do you use it? You're hearing a lot about it, but how do you get to be the person that someone's going to hire? And the best way to do that is to get visibility so people can see you, so they can hear you, they can trust you. The credibility. Let's see how you knit a sweater. That would be cool. Let's see how you create a sales letter, for example, using AI that has your voice, that also doesn't impinge upon any other intellectual property that's out there, that's really your own. How do you make it your own and still use that wonderful, wonderful technology? And so it doesn't matter what it is. So this is for you. One of the best ways to incorporate all of that is to write a book. Now, I was just talking to someone yesterday. In fact, I was interviewing them, and she didn't want to write a book. She didn't want to write a book. She didn't want to write a book. And she finally wrote a book. And what's so cool about it, it went really fast. I think she did it in a few days or a few hours. I don't remember. And what was so great about that is that she just didn't care. She was unattached to it. And I think that's why it went so quickly. There are ebooks, for example. An ebook is anywhere from a couple of pages to, I don't know, 60 pages would be an ebook for lead generation. Or you can get a digital ebook that's the same thing as your hardcover or paperback cover ebook. So one is related to lead generation, specifically for that, which needs to be written a little differently than a book, and your ebook is taken from that tangible book. Okay, whether it is, again, a hard copy or a paperback. The other thing is that a book allows you to be seen. It allows for credibility. It allows for the opportunities that you don't even know that's out there. Many times when people find that I've written 7 books, and I'm presently working on my 8th. Actually, I'm working on 2 at the same time. That's going to be fun. They all of a sudden the door is open. I don't care if it's media, podcast host, podcast guesting, sponsorships. It's just this thought that you're more credible, you have more experience. And I've often said that many years ago, 25 years ago, my first book was published. I didn't know anything more the day I finished writing it than the day before, and certainly not too much more than the day that it came to fruition, it was published. And right off the bat, media was starting to call, and I was getting opportunities to speak. And that's what you want. You want to be able to have these opportunities. And what's so fabulous is today, more than any time in history, it's just as effective to do virtual speeches as it is to do live speeches or going somewhere. And that can go for events, master classes, challenges, you name it. But it's just truly, the possibilities are huge. And what's so beautiful when you write a book is that you have content now that you can repurpose. I'm doing a speech for a group on how to repurpose content, but not how to just repurpose content out of your book or ebook or programs, but how do you have the secondary and then some, how to monetize it. So that's going to be a fun one. So I'm offering a one-day summit on August 10th from 8 a.m. to noon Pacific Standard Time or 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to be interviewing 7 amazing, amazing entrepreneurs who have become best-selling authors. And they're going to share the incredible opportunities that their book has opened up for them, number one. And number two, they're going to also share some very, very creative marketing strategies. After talking to just 2 of them, I'm thinking, wow, those are 2 strategies I haven't used yet. And I'd like to think that I'm the marketing queen of books and of businesses. Years ago, the Wall Street Journal penned me, what did they pen me? A marketing maven. And so I've got to live up to that. So, and what I'm trying to say also is there's so much out there. And just as there are people and creating and creativeness, we're going to offer that to you in this one-day summit. And it's called From Entrepreneur to Best-Selling Author. So you're going to get 7 unforgettable interviews. They're going to be filled with inspiration. Wait till you hear these women, successful businesses, successful best-selling authors. They're going to offer tips. You're going to get aha moments that you can start implementing right away. Now, here's a bonus. Whether you have written a book already, which you can certainly utilize these marketing strategies, book marketing strategies, or you're in the pre-launch period, or you're thinking about writing a book, you can start utilizing many of them now and getting them into the calendar and start planning for them. But what I want to share with you, the extra, if that's not enough, the extra bonus is you can use all of these creative book marketing strategies in your business, whether you have a book or not. That's what makes it over the top phenomenal. And so, what do we have here? We basically have a speaker who's been featured on Hallmark's Home and Family, was a top celebrity stylist on Inside Beverly Hills for the BBC station. We have an internationally recognized expert and author on neurodivergent, autistic, and disabled individual. And her memoir is being considered for a feature film. And I have to share with you, for those of you who are writing memoirs, and it seems like a lot of you out there are writing memoirs, I went to a writers' conference about a month ago, and I heard some literary agents, and they said that it's really hard to sell memoirs to publishing houses. And yet, a lot of people are writing memoirs, and as this case shows, considered a feature film. So if you know the way around the book marketing, book publishing world, you can bypass a traditional publisher and go directly to an agent that takes books to film. And there's a way to do that. I'd be happy to share that. Just send me, just DM me, send me a note, and we can get on a call and I can share with you how to do that. I can also introduce you, if it's appropriate, to the agent that takes books to film. You're also going to be learning from an international best-selling author who shows how her experiences her experiences that went from the brink of despair and almost suicide to starting a lucrative business on the other side of that, and became an internationally best-selling author. So I can't stress enough what these 4 hours are going to do for your mindset, for your business, for the way that you see the world, and hopefully tip you over to, you know what? I think writing a book is exactly what will move the needle in my business. So I hope to see you August 10th, and there will be a registration link. There's also VIP, and we have we have so many bonuses there. You're going to be able to show me, for example, if you have a manuscript, if you have your book marketing, and you've sent it, or you don't know if you could send it. The VIP, I'm actually going to be looking at all of this and coaching you through what I think might be helpful for you. We're going to also be talking about, I'm going to offer you book marketing strategies that fit your personality. That fits in the VIP, because not every marketing strategy is going to work for every personality. And that's a really important point. And that's what makes some successful marketing really jump and move the needle, and some that don't. So I'll share all of that with you. I can pretty much tell which ones you're going to like just by a few conversations, or actually a few sentences. And there's just a lot more. You're going to have access, lifetime access to all of the recordings, and just a lot more stuff. And I keep adding more bonuses because I want to provide as much as I can for you, so that you can see that this may be an excellent avenue for you, the one that you've been looking for, that's going to really make a difference. And I have to share, and I've shared this before, and many of you may have heard this, but a book is a big deal. It goes into the Library of Congress. It becomes a legacy book at some point, and it exists far longer than all of us. And it's a real treat to go to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., and ask for your book and touch it. That's what I did years ago. That is a treat. It's surreal, absolutely surreal. So please join me August 10th. There's the registration. Sign up for VIP. You're not going to regret it, for $47. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. All right, everybody. I'll see you on the next Ruth on Demand.